Just a quick recap. I have been sharing my story over the past few weeks, explaining how when I was 27, I was diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder, also known as DID, all the way through the process to when I was blended, made whole, and found hope and healing. I have been blended for over 20 years and stayed silent, and I am now breaking that silence and sharing it for those of you who might need some hope and some encouragement. I just talked about meeting my counselor who diagnosed me, and we were working on some issues, and it was very hard for me to talk about emotions, or very hard for me to talk about how I was feeling. So she gave me an assignment: go home, make a collage, go through magazines and find pictures to describe how you are feeling. And that is what I did. And when I was going through the magazines, for some reason, I made two piles. I made a pile on one side and I made another pile on another side. And I'm like, I don't know, I'll just put these over here. And that's what I did. And when I finished, I took one stack and I made a collage. And this is what it looked like. And this collage was how I felt, alone with everyone watching and taunting me and just feeling all kinds of horrid. And then when I was done, and this is the interesting thing because the counselor did not tell me to do this, but a part inside must have had hope somewhere. I took all of the other pieces from the magazines that I had cut out and I made another poster. And this is that poster. And the crazy thing is, I had hope back then when I felt like I was in the fire and in the darkest place ever. Somebody on the inside had hope. And I look back on them today, 20 years later, and I'm like, how did I find hope when I was sitting in the midst of this pain? How did I have hope that there was a change and a possibility for me to find freedom, to be able to laugh, to be able to let go of all the horrid feelings that I felt inside? I don't know. This was just the start of my journey. There is so much more to come, but this is a little picture of what I did to try to get in touch with what was going on inside of me and inside of all of the parts. Thanks for listening to my story. There's so much more to come.